Alrighty, let's do this. Alright, so task one, pretty simple. Just argument parsing with the one argument database. It is required, and then once, it properly detects the database that the person wants to connect to, it goes through here and it creates the table. It drops it if it's already there. So, gonna show some incorrect ways to use it real quick. Or not incorrect, but, not using it to its full. So this is the help. This is if you don't actually pass in an argument. This is what happens when you properly push in the database. Then let's go check out task 2. So task 2, we define this method, extract wiki information. Let's go up here. So we use the requests to get the Wikipedia page that we put into the method. We print out the status code. 200 means you've properly connected to it. And then we start using Beautiful Soup. We make this an HTML parser. We define this table. We look for tables with the class wiki table, and then we get the precedence table that we're looking for. With this, we are passing that table as a string into the read HTML function with Panda. I didn't understand what the string IO did. Apparently, it lets you treat text as use file operations on it. Which is why I assume that's what the read HTML is. And then we create that data frame, taking the header, and then we print that out. So let's see what that looks like. Doop. There we go. And we get all the not very nice looking rows. Alrighty, moving on to task 3, where we're defining this method, data wrangling. So in this, we go through each index for each row in the data frame that we created. I strip it out, so we get the number, the ID for the number. There's parentheses around it, so I strip those out, and then I cast it as an integer, because that's what the database is expecting. And then we have name compound. I call it compound because we're going to split down to other things, and then term compound. So first off, I start stripping out stuff. So I first go for the name. So the endpoint is this parenthesis or this parenthesis right here, and I just take it from, again, there was brackets and a parentheses or something at the front. So I strip that out. That's how we get the name. Same thing with the birth date. The birth date, I have two weird things here. So for the people that are still alive, their birthdays are formatted differently than the people who are already dead. So that's what these account for. This is, if they're already alive, this is the slightly weirder formatting, and then if they're dead, the standard formatting. And then if they're still alive, I have death put as not applicable, and then if they are dead, grab that. And then the end term, or the term is real easy because it's just separated by it's just 2 bits. Just get them for both sides. Then I'm going to store all that information in a dictionary. So let us print that out and see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks even worse than the previous one. So, slash that. We will go on to task 4, and we will see how this all comes together. So right here, I'm adding, by the way, in task 3, we also called data wrangling like this, passing in that data frame. We printed out the information. I'm going to create a new list because I'm stripping out the values because I don't need the key values. I just need the real values from the dictionary. So I go all the way through it. Since I was stripping out the values, it said dictionary values at the beginning, so I needed to strip out all that at the beginning and some of the other stuff. Then I append that to the new list, and then for each item in that list, I do the insert. So let us run that real quick. See what that looks like. There we go. And finally, formatted like we would like it. All of these. I'll go through and rip this out. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.